Hey everybody, in this series we're taking a look at Pixar's 22 rules of storytelling and how we can apply some of these ideas to songwriting. In today's video I want to talk about number 6. What is your character good at, comfortable with? Throw the polar opposite at them, challenge them. How do they deal? So obviously this applies to a character in a story, but maybe it can apply to a character in your life, aka you. So for the past couple of years I've been doing something called the Fall Song Challenge, which was devised as a way to do exactly this. Challenge myself in a way that was very different from what I used to do. In the first year I did a hip-hop track using the mini log and the DM1 drum app. The second year I wrote an entire metal EP influenced by Sabbath and with extensive use of the MT2 Metal Zone, one of the most hated pedals out there. And year 3 I actually made sort of like a new wave kind of jam, and that whole compilation has just come out. If you want to check it out, it's on 424recording.bandcamp.com. And actually the metal EP is there too, if you want to listen to that. And actually the hip hop song is there too. It's interesting to see what happens when you throw the polar opposite of what you're used to at yourself or at your characters in a story. You devise like different ways of dealing with whatever the problem or issue is or polar opposite thing is. For me, the big thing I noticed was I had so much more fun during these fall song challenges because I wasn't feeling like anything was at stake. You know, when I make these indie rock influenced by 90s and lo-fi kind of songs, it's like I always feel like there was so much at stake, or I'm like trying to do this for some grand purpose, or I guess I felt like that more when I was younger. But when you strip that stuff away, it's actually like, oh shit, this is actually a lot of fun and I don't really have to worry about how this comes out. Let me just have some fun. And I think all 3 of those fall song challenges are some of the favorite things I've ever done, which is really interesting. But that's just an example, you know, of what happens. Like what happens if you do something totally opposite of what you normally do? Where does it take you? What things do you learn from it? What things do you do differently? What things can you then take from that process and bring it back to your normal process? Overall, I think it's really good to challenge yourself to do different things and think outside of your own box that you constantly put yourself in. And maybe you're like a really good hip-hop artist. I feel like you never know where you're going to end up, and I think as Austin Kleon says in his books, side projects often turn into main projects. So things that you start for fun or things that you start on the side just to get the creative juices going can turn into really big projects, and sometimes your favorite projects. If you want to get down on Fall Song Challenge 2020, it's a bit early, but definitely join the Discord this year, and that's where all the official communications for that have been going down, so I'll leave a link in the description. I mean, I sound like I'm repeating myself a lot, but challenge yourself to do something a little bit differently. Think about how you could approach something, or you know, be thrown into a situation that's not what you're used to, and see what comes out of it. Maybe it'll be gold, maybe it'll be shit, but you'll never really know until you try it.